Now, as promised, let's shift gears. We're going to get on a float plane, head up north, and do a little walleye fishing with our good friend Eric Lund. A quick flight out of Nakina, and once again, the Americans were back in Canada. And not an hour after getting there, we were back in a boat. Tina was ready to go fishing.
Time to fish.
Yep, it actually feels pretty good.
It does. Good to be back.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
I know what I'm up against.
Yeah, I was going to say, you ought to be familiar with this by now. All right, now this time you're not going to be so competitive. You're just going to relax and enjoy it, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I've heard this story. One just like it before. It started once upon a time, too. Another fairy tale. Sure, you're not going to be competitive. All right, ready, set, go. And that's all it took.
You're one up on me. Oh, wait a minute.
We're gonna cross.
Gonna cross. Uh-oh. There's one. Gone.
Worried about crossing you and I lose mine.
Did you have a fish on?
Yes.
Are you sure? It was probably bigger than this one. Oh, he did get your leech.
Yeah, he did. He got the leech.
Well,
Here.
Oh, yeah, he was bigger. Oh.
What happened?
I lost him. I was trying to get out of his way.
Yeah? It's his fault? That's what you're saying?
No, just
It sounds like that's what you're saying.
Just trying to be nice.
You buying that, Eric? You say we've been here
choice.
4 minutes.
I don't have a choice. Yeah, and I really appreciate that.
Uh-huh. Yes, it was game on. What are you doing back there? You hooked on a rock?
I'm trying to stay out of the way of Tina's line.
Uh-huh, that's good advice. She gets a little upset.
Right now.
What do you got there? A pike?
I think I might have had a walleye on, and I may have a big pike on right now.
That looks like a pike.
Yep,
I could be wrong. I've seen them before. Pictures.
Yep, it is.
That's a fastback model there.
Definitely got an attitude. They are known to do.
Well, that's what makes them fun, eh?
It is.
Okay.
That's all you're getting paid for.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You were saying?
Come here. With any bit of luck, you'll come off. Okay, there we go. You know what? That is better than I thought. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's a good start as any.
Well, it is, yeah.
On a jig and pole?
Give me 5.
Tell him to keep his slime. Yeah.
There you go.
That was very minimalist of you. Well, if you're not a frequent flyer, a regular viewer here on the Journal, you may not know. Then when it comes to walleye fishing at least, Tina and Eric, well, let's just say they're a tad competitive. So much so that if you happen to find yourself in the boat fishing with them like I generally do, the safe thing, you just stay back out of the way. What do this be? I bet it's a walleye.
No, I think that's just that's just a weed there.
You might think it's weeds, but I think that's a walleye.
I'll get them for you. You want them in the boat, or?
No, just shake him off. That's all right.
I did a good chance of trying to get them off there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was fun.
That is a walleye. Good job.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't have any slime.
And minutes after Tina. Look at that. I think so.
It's moving?
There's a swimming rock back there, Tina. Mm-hmm. So what we have here is food. Good looking food too.
Nice gold colored one.
Yep. Ah, that was the deal. Right over here by where are we?
Out by these rock points over here. One of 200 on the lake.
We motored back up to that rock point.
Oh, there you go.
And just as we got there,
Yes, you do have a walleye.
yeah, it never fails. You can't fool me. You land that?
Eric can play
I
with
got
it.
Eric can land it?
I got
Does Eric know that?
Yeah, he does. Cute.
Well, throw down there and get a little bigger model.
I'll try.
I'm a big eater.
So am I when it comes to fish.
Make me hungry. And then for a minute, Eric thought he had a snag, but
That isn't a snag.
It isn't. Another fish somebody in the States would just love to have a hold of. Including me about supper time. But now that you got that smaller one out of the way,
Yeah. He's got a little growing up to do.
hey, everybody on the team's got a job.
They do. And I'm just happy to be on the team, actually.
Yeah, I'm just happy they let me on the bus. Tina's gonna clean them up here. Uh-oh.
Got a fish?
Did you get that?
Here, I got my job. Come on over here.
Thank you.
There you go.
Cool.
All by myself. Don't wanna be. Yeah, I'll give you a minnow, I know. And friends, if you give Tina a minnow. Fish?
Hopefully you had one on.
You should listen to the guide more.
I should. Maybe there's a beginning to everything.
You're saying this might not be that day? I told you to listen to him more.
Smarty.
Yeah, well, he wasn't going to let you catch one more than him, was he? Is a fish.
Focus in on that.
Well, that's quite a sizable critter you don't have a hold of.
Thank you.
Okay. Hands everywhere.
A little better?
And
And
you should listen to the guide more often.
like again, why? Never did before.
Nope.
Friends, Tina does listen. Mostly to Tina, but when you catch fish like that girl does, yeah, you don't have to explain much further than that. I will say that I'm very thankful occasionally the two of them do take a break and then I get to fish. And I believe I've hooked one.
It's a nice fish.
That look like a Esnagami walleye to you?
It does.
That's a mittful, brother. Come here, buddy. I just want to take your picture. Well, that's a nice fish, man. Middle of the afternoon on a sunny day, you catch a fish like this. I almost don't have enough hand to lift that thing.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is a fish now. I don't know how you do it, but I'm glad you do. That is just as good a fish on a bright sunny day. Now, I'm not kidding you. Look, there's my fingertip, there's my elbow, and it's past that.
That's an elbow plus fish.
That's a dandy. We're gonna put it back. It'll be here when the next guy or gal comes. Man, and beefy too. Put her back right there. Thanks for making me look good. Thank you, and thank you.
You're welcome.
I can assure you everyone went in happy that evening to supper. And after supper, Tina and I jumped back into a boat. We slid out to a local spot close to the lodge. We were gonna do a little bit of lay-back fishing before it got dark. Oh, there's fish. In the Straits of Randall, right after supper, there are, oh look here, there are walleye. Look at that, pretty good walleye.
Oh yeah.
Clip that jig. And there.
They're actually feisty.
You want to land that for me?
Nope, you
No?
bring it in.
That's all me, huh? Not quit.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, he is. He's a good fish.
Yeah, he is.
Good way to start after supper. Just me and you out here fishing.
Yeah.
That took, I don't know, what?
2.3 seconds? No.
Very long.
About 2 minutes.
There we go.
Pretty.
A starter anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that one back. So there, do that like I say. That'll work till something else comes along.
Okay, good. My turn.
Yep, your turn.
Walleye.
Oh, a little better walleye too. Look
Right here
at
in the
you.
rocks.
There are some fish right up in here in the Straits of Randall, are there not?
Yes, there is.
You want a hand with that?
Yeah, I think I can get him. If he doesn't have an attitude.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yep. He has an attitude. Come here. Third time's a charm. See?
Okay.
There you go.
That's a better fish.
Oh, yeah.
You got the thing going on.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry.
There you go. We weren't working hard at it, but the fish were still biting like we were. Fish here. I say fish here. Oh yeah, it's a head shaker. It's a walleye, Tina. I'll let you go, I am. Cute little fish. Back. You're starting to pick up.
Good.
We like it. Go back out there and see if we can find another.
Okay. Try it again. Oh, something's fighting me.
Fighting you?
Yep. Doesn't want to come in.
That's a pretty good walleye right there.
It's feisty.
We like it. The Randall release. You got to ease them back in, see?
Oh my gosh.
Nice job, kinda. That truly was a laid-back, easy-going evening, and we caught a bunch of fish. But the very next morning, with Eric back in the boat, well, let's just say I wasn't planning on doing a lot of casting, no. The next morning, everybody was back to fishing, and yeah, Tina. Well, there it is, the first fish of a windy day. Looks like there's something down there. Oh yeah, something pretty nice.
That's a nice one.
It is too. Look at you. Not quite done with you yet. You think he's had enough?
Your trusty guide is always here. I'll take care of this one.
Thank you.
Hey, good start.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yes, for the record, every time Tina caught a fish, well,
Okay, don't worry about this one. Unless it's bigger than Tina's, don't bother.
that's not another fish, is it?
Yeah.
Huh, it's gonna be that kind of day, huh? I see how it is already. That's another fish already.
There's like 4 or 5 following you.
Here, swing it over here.
I got it.
Feeling the pressure, your trusty guide went right to fishing, and you can get your own fish, girl.
Yeah, get your own.
Beauty.
Nice. You can go back.
All right. Oh, there he is.
Not that we're counting, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, not that anybody's keeping track, but I haven't been able to start fishing yet. I see the concern on your face.
Nice fish right there.
Yeah, it is, too.
There. That one, is that?
It's nothing. That's nothing. That's what that is. Nothing.
Okay. I wasn't going to say anything anyway. You know. Okay.
Tension is palpable. Tina will explain to y'all what palpable means later. Friends, it was definitely on. I think something's happening back there, Tina.
I think I'm going up 1 fish on you is what's happening.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Oh.
There you go.
Just to prove that that is a fish.
There's no fish here.
Nibbles.
Yes.
Eric had just gone up 1, and then I made a huge mistake.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I caught Tina's fish. My bad.
Oh, nice fish.
Fortunately for me,
Fish.
You're right. Can't fool me, that is a fish.
good thing for me that one came along. Friends, those first couple of days went by in a blur. We had so much fun. Unfortunately, the next day was even windier, though, than the first couple, so Eric decided to tuck us in behind some islands we could do a little bit of pike casting and wait for the wind to lay down. And you know what they say about every once in a while? There were actually whitecaps rolling across the main lake, but Eric was trying to throw his fly rod anyway. Me, I was throwing something just a little more traditional. And after a few casts, probably only 29.5 inches long. Look at there. Look at that.
Not a bad start.
Well, that's a reasonable start. That's a nice beefy fish. buddy. Ah.
Yeah, beefy fish for sure.
Hook fell right out. Hi, sweetie. Put him back. That was that mandrill fly, that brown and white pattern.
Uh-huh.
It's got a lot of hackle.
I see that. Yeah, the hard hackle, right?
Well, it's painted up.
Yeah. Well, he liked it, whatever it was.
Even in the wind, the pike were definitely biting, and just as I was about to get back to them, I heard Tina make a funny little noise. I looked and saw a strange look on her face, and there was a bull caribou swimming across in between the islands.
Ah, what a beautiful animal that was.
Awesome.
Nice big bull.
Wow.
Nice catch. That would be a caribou.
That's cool.
That would be a caribou.
Oh, and we have caribou.
We have to choose a caribou.
I sure wish I'd have pushed record on that.
A bull caribou swimming right along past the boat. You really never do know what you might see up at Esnagami. And for that matter, if you stick around for the whole week, you never know who might actually get to catch a couple fish before it's over. Oh yeah. On a blustery day. You think, buddy? Oh, you don't think much of me. Look at that. Come here, buddy. We just finished a great fish dinner up at the lodge. So you're the lucky fish. So you get to go back. Morning or evening, even in the wind.
God.
Fish. You too.
Huh?
You too.
Oh,
And sometimes two at a time.
fish. We got fish all over the place. Here, would you do something with that for
okay.
me?
Come on.
Bang, bang. Thank you. That's a good one. That's a double,
That was fun.
like the gum.
Okay, he's going back in.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for the hand.
You're welcome. You bit me.
Uh-huh. You sure?
Yeah. All right.
Let's go through that spot again. What do you say?
Okay.
And friends, I didn't even get the boat back to that spot again before.
There it is, in the spot. Beautiful fish. In the setting sun, just like they do on TV. There you go. Nice fish.
Cute little thing.
Yeah, he is. Put him back there, he'll grow up, we'll get a big one.
Okay. Let's go.
Nice job.
Thanks.
You definitely got a spot there.
Yeah, we're hitting it one right after another.
Yeah.
They were coming one right after another, just as fast as we could get a line back in the water.
Well, they are just stacked up in here, aren't they?
Yeah. Nice fish.
It definitely has the fish up in here feed. No about a doubt it. Oh, there.
I learned that from my grandson Ian, the hockey player. That's called a kick save, but I did it with my arm. We'll get back at, I tell you what, the fish are definitely here. This place is amazing. It never ever disappoints, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Some days can be tough, but there's always fish, and we're catching them now kind of like we invented it. Friends, we had such a great time. Tina caught so many walleye, she actually let me catch a few, as you got to see. And we certainly both want to thank Eric and Sue Lund, everybody up at Esnagami Lodge, for another great memory. We only spent a couple of days there, but we caught so many fish, it was just about ridiculous.